Yo, what's going on, my YouTube family? I hope everybody is being safe. Today's video is very important because it's what you guys wanted. A lot of people reached out to me and asked to share what my warm-up and my stretching routine is before I get into doing Bhangra and after I'm done doing Bhangra. And I think it is crucial to the reason why I'm still able to dance. And a lot of dancers, they get injured because they don't follow the correct warm-up and they don't follow the correct stretching techniques. So in this video, I will walk you through all of that. So watch this video, follow along, let me know what you think about it. And please, next time you're about to do any type of physical activity, whether it's Bhangra, sports, or even doing something outdoors, make sure you have done enough to warm up and stretch before you put your body through that pain. Thank you so much, and let's move on to the video. Just getting some movement, nothing crazy. And you move everything at your own pace. Nothing crazy, nothing too fast. You want to focus on your breathing as well. You make sure you don't hold your breath. You're breathing in and breathing out. And keep following along. Now, however it looks like, it doesn't matter. The point is that you are moving your body. So for the next 3 minutes, I want you guys to fight it out. Stay with me. Even if you think you're not doing the move right, it's okay. Keep your body moving. The purpose of this is not to fix your technical problems and fix your mistakes. The purpose of this is for you to warm up and move your body. Simple.
तेरी फोटो जड़ के अखां बंद करा सीने उत्ते हथ धर के दुनिया नु जित लवां सरदारां दियां धी बैगी चिंजरा दे मुंडे उत्तों दिल हार के
Doesn't matter if you're getting tired, stick with it, keep breathing.
अपने ख्यालां विच तेरी फोटो जड़ के अखां बंद करा सीने उत्ते हथ धर के दुनिया नु जित लवां सरदारां दियां धी बैगी चिंजरा दे मुंडे उत्तों दिल हार के तेरे कोलों लंघदी दा नीवी पाके संगदी दा मेरा दिल करे डरूं डरूं वे गोड़ियां च मैं सोनी मुंडियां चों सोना तू मैं कुड़ियां च अत लगदी मुंडियां चों चोपर तू वे गोड़ियां च मैं सोनी.
Make sure you keep moving, guys. Do not stop. I know it's for some people, you guys may be getting tired or your legs are hurting. Keep moving. Get those knees up. Try to keep making sure that you're continuously moving. And smiling helps. So if you're not smiling, make sure you continue to smile. It definitely gets you to the movement. Keep moving, guys. We're almost there. We're almost there. We're almost at the end. We're almost at the end of this. Keep moving. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, and then towards the end of the video, as I mentioned, we're going to go into a proper stretching, right? So you can pause the video, just take maybe a minute-ish to come back, get a little bit of water, don't drink too much water, and we're going to get right into it. You can pause this video if you need to and press play whenever you're ready. But right now, we're going into our stretches. So first thing I want you to keep in mind is I'm trying to keep my legs as straight as possible, and I'm trying to keep my back as straight as possible too. The key is to feel the stretch at the back of your legs. So in your hamstrings, you want to make sure you're feeling a stretch. Also, you will see that I've tried to make an effort to push my knees back and keep my chest up so my back stays straight. After doing that for a while, I'm going to go ahead and try to touch my toes. This time I will allow my back to round, And once I'm done feeling the stretch in the back, I'm slowly going to come right back up. And I wanted to make sure, so first time when we did this, our feet were close together. Now we're going to try to do that with our feet a little bit more wide, so wider than our shoulder width. And same concept, your back stays straight, and as you start to kind of get close to the floor, you can reach for the floor and round your back. Focus on the knees. Make sure your knees aren't caving in or bending. Try to keep your leg completely straight. That way you'll feel a very nice stretch at the back of your legs, hamstrings, knees, calves area, which is crucial to make sure that you're able to do regular day stuff. This is another view that I wanted to share with you guys. Again, completely feel that mind-muscle connection. When you're in a position, try to take a few deep breaths and connect. Again, that mind-muscle connection is key. And we're going to continue to move forward to another stretch, which is very, very important, that I think, which is a good stretch for your hips. You're going to set up your feet in the way that I have them set up, so they're parallel to each other, and you will try to bend over and touch the floor. Again, you're going to be, the back leg is key, where you want to keep the heel on the floor. And if you are unable to do that right now, keep working towards it. And if you can do that no problem, then maybe look up more videos where you kind of take your stretching to the next level. But for now, again, a very special stretch for me, because I like to keep my back heel grounded to the floor, which allows for my glutes, my hamstrings, and my calves to feel a very nice stretch. Again, trying to squat into a 90 degree and trying to hold that there. And from here, this is something that I've used to correct my posture. A very long time ago, I had some posture issues. So, doing this exercise, again, I'm not perfect at it yet, but there was a time I wasn't even able to do what I'm doing right now. So with progression, you'll be able to do this properly as well. So the goal is to try to get your hands to come in one line. That's the idea, right? So I'm working towards that, and I want you guys to work towards that with me as well. Again, if this is too easy for you, make sure you're doing this. The idea is not how much stretching it's whether you're doing it or not. Okay, another stretch which is very important for our quads. They're made up of four major muscle groups, four major muscles, and no shame in holding a wall if you have to, because the idea here is not to balance, it's to make sure we get a nice stretch on the quads. You see a lot of people when they do this, they're like hopping around. Try to be controlled, try to have your core tight and stand straight while you do this. Moving on to a knee pull. So again, I'm going to grab my knee and I'm going to pull it towards my chest as I'm standing. Again, this will give me a very nice stretch around my glutes area and my hip, which is where a lot of Bhangra comes from. You want to make sure your legs are nice and loose, and so that your hip is nice and loose, and that you don't pull any muscles and you don't go home and you're just sore and can't move the next day. This is my favorite thing, guys. I want you to remember, we start going in a clockwise motion. We're going to do 15 small clockwise rotations, and keep breathing. Make sure you do not stop this until I stop doing what I'm doing on the screen. Then we go to 15 medium circles. Again, we're not putting a bend in the arm. The movement is coming out of the shoulder. And then we move to bigger circles, as big as we can go, still going clockwise, still going in the direction that we started off with. So we started from small, we went to medium, and then went to large circles. And right there, we go ahead and reverse that. So you go ahead and reverse the spins, the circles that you were making with your hand, but now we start going counterclockwise. And before we went from small, medium to large, now we work our way down from large circles counterclockwise. Now switched over to medium. Keep going, guys. I know it's burning. It may already be burning for some people it may not be. Please do not stop. Modde are a huge reason why Bhangra looks good on so many people, and this is what we're working on. After doing the medium, we switch over to small counterclockwise. So we did that full pyramid: small, medium, large, large, medium, small. Next thing we're doing this 50 times. You're seeing my elbows are tucking into my back, right? So 3, 4, and I'm going to try to shoot out as possible. So I'm not going up, I'm going out. This will help you with your posture and will also help you with your shoulder stability and shoulder strength. That way, when you are doing your Modde Bhangra or any other dance style, you will have the advantage over anybody else. So stick with it. This is definitely going to burn. Keep focusing on taking the elbow behind your body and bringing the arm out on an angle, and trust me, your shoulders are going to thank you after this. Keep breathing. I'm feeling it here. I mean, I'm telling you, like, I was sweating. This was, you know, every single time this works for me because I've tried to increase my intensity. I'll just come back slower. And then, so right after at the end, do not like completely start jerking your shoulders. Be very careful, you know, shake them off. Then we're going to do 5 rotations of our shoulders back, followed by 5 rotations of our shoulders forward. Remember, these are all important things that make sure that you're able to continue to move your body even when you're 40, 50. So probably more important than learning how to do Bhangra properly. Again, I'm trying to pull my hand away from me, feeling the stretch on the full side of my body. I'm stretching my lats, I'm stretching my core, I'm stretching my shoulder. And after we're done doing all of that, we move over to a seated position. The reason why I'm sitting in this angle is because I wanted to show you that I want to focus on having my back as straight as possible. So the first thing that we do when we are going to start doing these stretches, we will take our right leg out and sit as tall as we can and have both of our hands pointed in front of us, turn towards our foot, and then take both of our hands towards our foot. I don't want one hand reaching to the foot because, you know, sometimes that's very easy for people to do. Both hands, okay? And now we switch over to the other side. Same concept. You start with your hands on top of each other, right in front of your shoulders, and then you move your whole torso over towards your foot, and then you start trying to reach for the foot. Also, with my foot, I'm trying to make sure that I'm not flexing. I'm actually bringing my toes closer to my hands. A little bit of a cheat, but you know, you want to feel that stretch under your legs. Moving forward, one of my favorite stretches, people call this the butterfly. I call it just my favorite stretch. Again, try to keep your back as straight as possible and try to have the knees touch the floor. You want to make the conscious effort to make your knees go towards the floor while your back is straight. To take it up a notch, you can hold that position and try to make your head touch the floor. Again, a very, very advanced movement. I'm not there yet, but I wasn't able to do a lot of these things, you know, many, many years ago. So we're constantly improving, and I want you guys to make sure that this is a minimum checklist that you're following before you do any type of dance. Same idea here. So we did one leg, then we did the other leg. Now I've opened up both legs, and I'm going to try to reach out, and again, feeling a very nice stretch in my hips and all through my leg actually. Right? Take a moment to, you know, just relax and take in everything that's going on. And this, again, a lot of people call this you know, a child rocking pose, thinking that you have a baby in your hand, you're kind of you know, putting them to sleep or something. But again, the idea is I'm moving the hip bone and making sure all the muscles in my hip are warm and they're ready to do some Bhangra, or they're ready to do some dance moves, right? That's what it all comes down to. And there you have it, guys. I was ready. I mean, at the end of this video, I felt really, really confident. I knew for a fact that if I wanted to go down and do a bet, I can do it without a problem. I know for a fact that I wouldn't get injured, or I've done everything I can to make sure I put myself at an advantage that I don't get injured. And it's crucial. I personally think that if you skip these steps, your Bhangra journey is going to be very short. And I can speak from not only my own experience, but also the experience of my friends around me. And please take this very seriously. If you do not do proper warm-up and stretching techniques in the beginning of your Bhangra workout, and doing proper stretches towards the end of your Bhangra workout, as I mentioned before, you'll be watching more Bhangra than you'll be doing. And that's something that I never want to do, so I make sure I include this, and I think you should as well. So if you like this, and if you like to see more of the behind the scenes stuff that I do, please let me know in the comments. I hope you already subscribed to the channel, and yeah, I can't wait to come back and give you guys more content. And Until then, be safe, make sure you do your stretches, and Bhangre pai chalo, phate chakki chalo.